money. It really does. It saves you money. When we're saying yes to everything, every Starbucks, every little alligator that's trying to steal our money, then we don't have the money to do the things that really are important to us, that are really going to invest in ourselves, invest in our business, and really be able to take us to the next level. Listen, folks, life is unpredictable. I live here in California. You folks know that. I'm in Northern California. Southern California is experiencing one of the worst devastating fires that we've ever seen in our lifetime. And imagine these people now, they're having to count every single penny. There are people who have absolutely lost everything, their home, their car, even their job. We never know when things can happen. We have to be ready and able to have those resources, those financial resources, because emergencies happen. We can't expect them. That's why they're called an emergency, right? Because things happen that are unpredictable. So if you would like to make more money, save more money, invest more money, get out of debt, we got to really embrace the power of the penny. You've heard me talk about this. Listen, if you took a penny and you doubled it every day for a year, you would have a number with 107 zeros. Think about that. So it really is looking at every single penny that we're spending. Where's that going? And I'll leave you with this. My mentor taught me this. He said, you know what? Know what you know what you don't know who knows what you don't know, and that's all you need to know. I don't have to be the smartest person in the room. I just have to know the smartest person in the room. And I know a lot of smart people. And I'm so excited to hear from the rest of my esteemed panel, my colleagues. I love all of you. And I'll send it back to you, Mr. Eric.
All right. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Man, I always get nuggets from her, like, things I can write down for sure. Appreciate that, Leah. All right, all right. So now we have a full house. My good friend Annie is here. We have a full house here. I just want to welcome a few people. Let's see. Oli, welcome. Islam, good to see you. Coral from across the pond, welcome. Lucky, welcome. Alicia, good to see you. Laverne, good to see you. Prosper, that's a great name, Prosper. Every time they call your name, they're like, Prosper. Okay, I'm prospering. Salim, Salim, welcome. All right, Blessing, good to see you. Blessing's another one of those names. Blessing, okay. Sam, welcome. Welcome, everybody. All right, so keep putting your information in the chat. We have a great topic today that we are attacking, and it's a topic that, look, a lot of people don't talk about it, but it can save you a lot of time and a lot of heartache, right? Someone once said, if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. If you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. And you'll be falling every day because people will tell you what to do and they'll be pushing you around, and you don't want to be pushed around. Okay? All right. So, and by the way, another thing too is sometimes if you're not able to say no, not only does it affect you, but it affects your entire family. It affects your children. It affects your spouse because you couldn't say no. And now everybody has to suffer, right? So that's another thing to keep in mind. All right, so let's keep moving. Our next speaker is here in the East Coast. Okay, she's here in the East Coast. And she is an expert at helping you build relationships, build business relationships. She's an expert at helping you retain relationships. She's also an expert in helping you connect with other people. She connected me with someone just a couple of days ago, right? She like, look, so if you want to know about that, you need to connect with her, all right? All right, she is known as the gratitude consultant, and we know and love her. Her name is Amberly Shreve. The floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Eric. And it is such an honor and a pleasure to be here with each and every one of you and my wonderful colleagues, Leah, Zion, and Annie. Guys, I love this topic. I love it so much. And, when it comes to relationships and expressing gratitude to others, I just want to give you guys a little tip. In order for relationships to be established, to thrive, they have to be strong. So how do we build on those relationships? And I'd love to have a conversation with you because those types of relationships are built in a different way. And I'd love to take you through and show you how incredible that works in business because believe it or not, without relationships, our businesses do not thrive. And believe it or not, within relationships, the power of saying no takes it to a whole new level. Remember, some of these tips and tricks that I'm going to give to you, I have been exactly, if you're just starting out, you're not quite sure, you're like, oh goodness, I do this all the time. Remember, remember, take your time. When you start out, you might be so exhausted and because you're so used to just going and doing what people have told you because you may be a people pleaser. I have been there. I have been there. And some of the tips and tricks that I want to share with you are so important. The first one is going to be you want to define your boundaries. You want to make sure that your boundaries are on point, you guys, because if you, y'all listen, we're gonna go real talk, okay? If you do not have boundaries, just like Eric said, you guys, people are going to walk all over you. They're going to take you for a trip. You're going to feel exhausted. You're going to feel like, why in the world did I do that? I didn't want to do that. You know, they bulldoze all over me. They do it every time. You have to have separation, you guys. If those people are not looking to support the life that you are creating for yourself, then look, you need to love them from afar. You can still love them. Okay, we're still leading with love. We're still leading with kindness, but maybe you just do that from a distance, right? Until you feel healthy enough to say, okay, now I can do this in small doses, right? Protect your time and energy. You guys, if you do not protect your time and energy, it is going to be absolute waste. Time is money. Believe it or not, time is money, and your time is very valuable. So choose when you're writing down your goals for each day, each month, each week, whatever you're doing, time is money. Where are you choosing to spend your hard time? It is important for you to be selective, okay? Align with your priorities. I know you guys have values. So let's see what are they? What are your values? What are your morals? What do you stand for? Those things are important. I really need you to think about those things and decide what is important to me. Where do I start with in life? What is going to make me who I am that I'm going to stand out and make a difference? And I am going to be memorable to so many because I'm telling you guys, people need direction, they need support, they need help. And your circle, you better choose wisely. You better choose your circle wisely, the people that support you and love you for who you are. Building self-respect. This it all starts in us, you guys. Building self-respect. When we say no, we are empowering ourselves. I respect myself so much that I'm intentional with who I'm doing life with, the time that I'm sharing with others, and what I'm choosing to make a part of my day. That is being intentional and self respect. It improves the quality of your yes. When you say yes to something, people know this is going to be amazing because I know that Annie and Leah and Eric and Zion, they just don't do anything. So if they're choosing to be a part of this, then it's going to be fire, y'all. I mean, it is going to be fire. It's going to be incredible. You guys better just put your seatbelt on and hang on. And lastly, it encourages honesty. You guys, the power of no truly encourages honesty. And when people know that you are coming from a place of heartfelt acts of kindness, you are having enough self-respect. And just like Leah said, you could do it in a kind way. You could say, oh, you know what? I would love to be there to support you. But unfortunately, I can do this and this, but I'm not going to be able to do that. Or at this time, I'm not able to do this, but why don't we reschedule a time that works for both of us? There is a way that you can word it so you are not stinging people. Remember, we're going to lead with love and lead with kindness. And listen, you guys, these relationship building skills, believe it or not, it all ties into relationships. Reach out to me. I would love to have a conversation with you. I want to know what you're doing, how I can bless and serve you. And let's go on this journey together to thrive in 2025. Back to you, Eric.
All right, all right. Well, thank you so much. That was amazing. Amazing. The boundaries part is just spot on. You have to have boundaries. Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much. I'm always excited to come on these calls, not necessarily because of what I have to offer, because I have good information, but what I can learn. What I can learn, right? Like that's why we do these, right? Because everybody has different ways of looking at things. So appreciate that. Appreciate that. So we're going to go now all the way to Europe, all right, to talk to my good friend who makes people famous, right? He makes people famous, right? He made me famous on LinkedIn, so to speak, right? He made people be famous on LinkedIn. And because of him, I met people like Zion and Leah, because I thought LinkedIn is a place where you just put up your resume. And I don't need a job. I'm not going on LinkedIn. Thank God I changed that whole philosophy, right? So yeah. So he makes people famous. He's known as the fame expert. He's a marketing genius, and we can't wait to hear what he has to say. And he's a little more blunt than me, so yeah, he may just you know how to be. You'll see what I'm talking about. Eddie Usong, the floor is yours.
I'm nice. I'm nice. Hi everyone. Sullivan, especially hello to you in the audience. My friends, the power of no. Oh, I don't know. I think Amberly and Leah have said it already. They pretty much said most of the things that we need to bear in mind, right? But I can still add my 2 pennies worth. Just to be blunt, as Eric puts it. Look, and I love saying no. Imagine if I didn't say no. Imagine if I didn't say no. If you look at your typical day, my friends, we get requests from all and sundry. Do this, do that. Look at this, look at that. Review this, comment on that. No, 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 no. And believe you me, I love saying no. And I guess to be congruent, I love hearing no from those who are not interested in what I'm doing either. If you're not interested, just tell me no. I'm big enough to say, okay, I can, I accept your no on many levels. And I accept it on the level that tells me that you got other things to do. You're busy. You're valuable. I say, look, maybe my biggest addition today is simply to say, when I say no, it's normally out of self-love. It is my love for myself that makes me say no. I got a big note on my wall that says I love myself. That means I can't be putting myself through the stress of everyone else's problems. And again, I think as Amberly said, I'm very clear what I'm trying to do, what I want to do, what do I want to achieve today? I know what that is. What do I want to achieve this year? I know what that is. And if it doesn't fit that, believe you me, I have no issue at all saying no. I will try and be kind. And this is what today's event's about, I suppose, if you look at it that way. I deflect very often. It's not me you need, it's that person you need. I might introduce you. That way, don't be bugging up my DMs and screaming at me for saying something like you want to talk or I must do. That's my first rule. I will send people somewhere else. And another rule I have is simply, no, I'm not going to meet with you today. No. Unless it's a client emergency, no. You can't just fit your space in my day. Leah mentioned emergencies. They happen every day, yes. And so I haven't got time to meet anyone. It's not in my diary. I know what I'm going to do today. I assure you, right? And if you're not there already, I'm not going to meet with you. We can delay that meeting for another day. When I fit in my diary properly, I'm not going to move all my things around for no good reason. So I will admit, Eric, that my clients have preference. My clients have a privileged place. If you're paying me, that I've made you a promise to deliver something to you, for that reason, I'm available to you. That's why you can't just jump in my diary randomly. So I'm very choosy who I say yes to. I think that's the next point. But that's what I said on the no point, I think, is that when you start off in business, it's very tempting to say yes to everything, because there's a possibility that you might get a yes in the end. But I think as you get older, as you get wiser, you realize if it feels like a no, guess what? It's a no. Let it go. Let it go. It's all about how you feel. If you're saying yes and you're feeling icky, you're feeling not right, you're feeling less than, you feel burdened, it's not gonna work for you. It's not gonna give you joy. Which comes back to my point earlier. When I say yes, as has been said, it means I'm truly committed. If I say yes, I can't do 3 shows in one day, 3 of these live events in one day. I do it and say this we'll do every week. I don't take another one because I can't commit to the same level, that I need to make anything work. I think, and that's Leah talked about making money. I think your time is your biggest asset, my friends. Your time, my time is your biggest asset. Now, maybe not always in money terms. I think just in peace of mind, in mental health, our time is valuable. Respect that. If what someone's offering you is not going to work for you, I can say many things. If it's rubbish, let it go. Ignore it. Say no. Just let it go and then push it aside, right? If it possibly might help you, then okay, fine. Give it a thought and then evaluate. Really evaluate. If I don't do this, what's it going to cost me? And if it's going to cost you your mental health, stress, your worries, your peace of mind, say no. If it fits your schedule, if it fits your plan, say yes. That's good, right? And do what gives you joy. Don't be scared to show yourself how much you truly love yourself with decisions you make every day. Yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. Do I love myself? Do I not love myself? It all fits together. It has to work. That's how life has to work. I'll leave it at that, my friends. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you so much. That was powerful. That was a TED Talk early in the morning. All right. Appreciate that. All right. So let's keep going. Look, I had notes. I had 4 points I wanted to share with you all, and they took them all. All right. So I have to tear that piece of paper up. Just tear it up. But guess what? I still got something for you. I decided I'm going to give you 3 real life examples from my life. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you 3 real life examples. All right. So first of all, I want you to know that there's nobody on the face of the earth that has your interest at heart more than you. Nobody. So if you don't protect your interest, don't expect anybody else to protect your interest. And sometimes when you protect your interest, it is at the risk of offending somebody. And that's okay. Okay, let me repeat that. Sometimes when you protect your own interest, it's at the risk of offending somebody, and that's okay. Let me give you a couple examples. So I run a group called Promote Your Business Meetup. We've been in the group now for 6 years. I met Amberly there, and I give people an opportunity to speak on my platform. For 2 minutes, everybody speaks about whatever they want. Now we have over 4,000 people now, a lot of people. So because I guess I'm good at bringing people together, I also attract people that want access to a large group. And some of these people are unscrupulous. In other words, they're bad people, right? So I give you an example. A guy contacted me and he said, Eric, I have a great opportunity for you. It's going to be so easy for you. You don't have to do anything. And that's what everybody always says. It's easy, it's free, it's easy, right? Anyway, so I met with the guy. He looked very professional. And he said, here's what he wants to do. He wants me to put all my people, in other words, the people in my group, on a platform, right? And it's gonna be free for them to get on the platform. But then he's gonna get them into a business. And then if they want, they can build a business. If they want, they don't have to, but they'll all be in his business. And it will be free for me, and I'll get a commission from everybody that joins the business. So I'll get paid a lot of money. So I said, Eric, so it's easy for you. You can be rich, like, blah. And he made it seem like this is excellent. And I said, well, here's the deal. Integrity is more important to me than money. Like, integrity is more. I'm not putting anybody that joins my group, trust me. And I'm not gonna throw them into a business they don't even know about. He said, no, it's not like that. It's not like that. You're actually helping them because it's a good business. And no, when I bring someone into my group, and then I secretly put them in a business they don't know about, that's not good for them. So I'm gonna decline. He said, well, Eric, you don't understand. Look, let me tell you how much you'll make. I said, I don't care. Don't tell me. I don't care. It's not gonna work. I'm not gonna do it. He said, well, you're missing out, bro. You're missing out. I said, great, no problem. And guess what? Every 6 months or so, he'll send me a message. You ready? And I just ignore him now, right? Because I stand for something, right? I'm not going to ruin my reputation because of some commission from this guy, right? So that's an example. Another example is, so there are two people who they have a podcast, and they want me to join them. And they're like, Eric, if we us three do this podcast, it will explode. We'll have millions and millions of people. But the people that get on the podcast, like, the target market is not my target market. I work with entrepreneurs. I work with business owners. And this is more of people that want to move up in the corporate world and stuff. And like, I passed that long time ago. When I left there, I left there. Right? So I'm like, does not align with what I want to do, right? So I said, no, I'm not gonna do it. And he's telling me all these things, and I'm like, no, it's steering me away from my goals and my what I have to offer, because what I have to offer is really for entrepreneurs, right? So that's another thing, right? So I declined. Now, by the way, folks, you don't have to say the word no if that bothers you, right? You can say something like, not at this time. So say something like, not at this time. I'll let you know if things change. In other words, don't call me. Right? I'll let you know if things change. And nothing will ever change. Right? Not at this time. I'll let you know if things change. Right? So there are different ways you can say it if you don't want to be blunt like Eddie. You don't want to be blunt like Eddie, right? All right. So that's okay. And then the last example, this one will blow you away. Like, I can't even make these things up. This one will blow you away. A lady contacted me about speaking on my stage, studiospeaking.com. She's a great speaker. I saw her videos, great speaker. She booked a call. And then I went into her YouTube, and she did a video on why she thinks witchcraft is a better option to Christianity. And I'm listening to this lady. I'm like, oh no. So I cancel our appointment. And when you cancel, you can say the reason. And I said, your material does not align with what I'm looking for my stage. And she sends me a message back, Eric, I think I'll be perfect for a stage. I can afford it. I can do this. I said, no. If I'm a believer, and I'm not going to have anybody who believes in witchcraft on my stage. Like, whether you talk about it or not, it doesn't align with my spirit. You know what I mean? Right? So that's the thing. And she's talking about money. I think, I don't care about that. Right? Again, if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. Imagine us all going to dinner, and she brings up the topic about, what she's talking. I'm like, people like, Eric, you brought her here? Is this what you believe in? You know what I mean? So those are just a few examples, folks. real life examples where I had to say no. And I think you all should do so too. And by the way, sometimes when you're worried about what people think, you end up worried at thinking about that every day. Like, why did I do that? Why did I do that? It's about self-love. You have to love yourself. All right. So that's what I will, that's my 2 cents, as any would say. That's my 2 cents. All right. All right. So, all right. So let's keep moving. Thank you for your questions. I see. Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I always see questions in there. That's awesome. That's awesome. All right. So now let's go to our good friend in Nigeria. This gentleman here, he look, he's all about positivity. And I love positivity, right? Like I always say, you cannot be successful if you don't have a positive attitude, because negativity will hit you all day, hit you across the head, hit you in the back, kick you like up like every day, right? So you have to have something that keeps you focused, and that's positivity. And he is one of the best that I've ever seen. So take your pens, take your iPads, take whatever you have to write some notes down as I introduce my good friend Zion Energuru. The floor is yours.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Eric. It's always powerful and exciting to be on this stage, especially with my world-class speakers in the person of Annie, Leah, Ambali, and yourself, Mr. Eric, and all the amazing persons in the listening lounge. It's a powerful topic today, to say no. And in my conversation with many persons, one of the reasons they don't say no is because they feel guilty. You feel guilty, you feel this remorse because you are saying no. Now, you must remember that it's okay to say no. And do you know that one of the positive attitude that you can build on is the ability for you to say no? Yes, is a positive attitude that you must develop, that you must embrace. The power for you to say no. I can't do this. No, I won't get involved with this. It's very, very important. Now, the reason why you must say no is because when you say no, one thing that it does for you is it builds confidence and respect. I love it when Ambali spoke about boundaries earlier. When people see that you have boundary, they might not like you, but they will definitely respect you. They might not like you saying no to them, but definitely they're going to respect you and they're going to put you at the top of their list. People that have boundaries are not common. People you see here, they don't have boundaries. They allow anything come into their life. But if you are somebody that has boundary, people might not like you, but they will definitely respect you. So saying no will help build your self-confidence and build respect for you. So embrace saying no. It's not wrong to say no. It's part of the things as you must nurture as a professional, as an entrepreneur, if you want to be successful and if you want to grow. Now, when saying no, the reason why he has to say no is this. Saying no helps you to recognize when an opportunity becomes a distraction, when an opportunity does not serve your goals. You can say no. Persons will tell you opportunity comes but once. No, that might be for you, but for me, opportunity comes every day. Opportunities is endless, is non-stop. For the fact I'm saying no to you doesn't mean other opportunities will not come. So stop with the mindset of saying opportunity come but once. That's the reason most people settle and just say yes, even though it's not convenient for them. There's some opportunity that becomes a distraction for you. It becomes a distraction for you achieving your goals. It becomes a distraction for you pursuing your own personal visions and aspirations. So you must learn to know that this opportunity is a distraction for me, and then be able to say no. One say no. One thing I love saying no is when it comes to a team, saying no is very powerful. My mentor will say, if you are leading a team and all they say is yes sir, yes sir, yes sir, that team will not grow. When everybody in the team say yes sir, anything you say yes sir, anything they are nodding their head in affirmation, your team cannot grow. Have a team who are bold to say no. When you say no, it breeds creativity, it breeds innovation because you question the status quo. It helps you to think outside what you have settled with before. So saying no in a team is very, very important. So don't be angry when somebody in your team is saying no to you. Pause, relax, and hear their view, hear their take, hear their insight about why they are saying no. Because that's how your team will grow and that's how your team will become better. Have somebody in your team that says no, that is confident to say no. If you don't have that in your team is not ready to grow. because it's very, very important. And something that Mr. Eni mentioned earlier, saying no is part of self-care. You must learn this. It's part of self-care. I'll give a story. Coming online, being part of many volunteer opportunities, I wanted to volunteer, I was grabbing every opportunity to volunteer. It got to a point it was so overwhelming. There was clash of assignment, there was clash of duty. I was so drained. I was so tired. I was so confused. Then I had to say, okay, say no. You must not say yes to everything. Yes, you want to make an impact, you want to make a difference. Don't let it clash with your personal goals and vision for your life. It should not be at the detriment of your health. It should not be at the detriment of your sanity. You must keep yourself sane for you to be able to achieve your goals and vision. So do not embrace everything. Do not embrace every opportunity. Self-care is very, very important. Say no, it's great. And lastly, this is very funny. When we talk about saying no, we always concern it's about people, it's about others. The hardest part of saying no is saying no to yourself. It's saying no to yourself. It's very easy to say no to other person because there are other people. But saying no to yourself is very difficult. I will give you an example. I was on a no sugar challenge last year for 3 months. And, this is me. This is my goal. This is something I'm working towards, a no sugar challenge. Do you know whenever I see a cold bottle of Coke, I'm so tempted. I start salivating. I'm like, oh my, I love this. A bottle of Coke. But then I've told myself, no sugar. So saying no to myself at that point is very, very difficult. But then I had to keep saying no. And that's where discipline comes in. Without discipline, you cannot say no. You have to be disciplined enough, because in saying no, there are many reasons for you to say yes. There are many opportunities for you to say yes. But because of discipline, you stand your ground. You tell yourself, no, I'm not doing this. Secondly, in working out, going to the gym. For those of us that go to the gym, when you begin at first, it's very interesting. You are excited. But a few weeks down the line, it gets difficult. I wake up in the morning, I don't feel like going to the gym today. No, I think I'm tired. I think I don't feel like it. But then I have to say, no, you have to stay fit. You have to stand up. So saying no to yourself is the most difficult kind of no that we can say. But that's where you have to stay disciplined. But in all, make sure that in saying no, you are doing it from a place of positivity. I always ponder on that, because when you are positive, you are possible, and in positivity, there's always endless possibilities for you. With positivity, you can do anything. You are unstoppable, and you know no man. So thank you so much, Mr. Eric. I yield my back to you.
Awesome. Thank you. That was powerful. That was powerful. Thank you so much. That was powerful and positive. Okay. All right. So we have some great questions, and we're going to jump on those right now. Carl from across the pond says, have you ever felt uncomfortable saying no to someone, and how did you handle that? Amberly, go ahead.
Oh, you guys, this question. Yeah, I deal with this on a daily basis because I have, sometimes we have people in our life that are, have boisterous personalities, and they can be sort of bulldozing at times. So it is important that we take a deep breath. We are in the best place possible to be around them. We have clarity, we are our mindset, our outlook, everything is on point. And I can't stress it enough. The boundaries need to be set, and we have to be able to be willing to have that line. If you do not draw that line, the behavior will continue. And remember, these types of people, they only know what they know. That is how they live their lives, is this type of behavior. So making sure that you have boundaries in place, making sure that you know what you are willing to allow and what you're not. And it is very, very simple. The hard boundaries need to be set, and there's no and if or buts, and you can do it all in a loving way. Back to you, Eric.
Awesome. Thank you so much. That was great. Awesome. So let's go with Zion first. Yes. and then end.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Eric and Cora. That was a great question. You know, something happened recently with me and my friend, a very close friend of mine, and he said, "Zion, you know what? Because you are online, many persons know you. I have a business proposal. It's something about cryptocurrency where people tend to put their money together. I will help them invest the money, and at the end of the day, the profit they will share." I was laughing. Now, this is my very close friend. Now, saying no to him will be very uncomfortable because we have been together over time and he kept supporting me. But because I know what I stand for, because I know the kind of goal I'm pursuing, that this thing, it's not in alignment with what I want for my life. It's not in alignment with what I see for my future. And also, it has the power to tamper with my integrity. Because you are coming to me to bring my people to come. Oh no, I said I cannot do that. Now I didn't say that. I said, well, you know what? I love your idea. I love what you want to do. It's great for you. It's amazing, but I cannot participate. It felt so uncomfortable, but I put it in a way that it's appeasing to him. I like, well, if there's anything I can do aside this, I can always support you. But for this, I cannot do it. It was uncomfortable, but I was able to stand my ground to say no. So that was my personal experience, Cora. I hope that helped you. I yield my back to you, Mr. Eric.
Very good. Powerful, powerful, powerful. Annie, go ahead.
I'm loving your background, Leah. I just noticed it has changed drastically, and we'll see you more. You're not a half person anymore. Look, like everyone else, I say no every day. I guess the hard ones for me are people who you can really help. The people, but they just can't. I don't know. It's not they can't. They want to. They don't want to afford our services. So please publish my book, market my book. Yes, I will listen. I'll talk with you, of course. I do want to help you, but I can't put you above my clients, and that's why I tell them. I'm saying I literally, I'll take time to explain there's costs involved. If you're willing to meet the costs, let's talk again. I don't want to be one trying to sell, doing the house sale every time. So let's talk again. But there's costs involved. If your answer to those costs is zero, there's no point talking. Find something, let's talk again. And I really will give them a chance. So that's best I can do. But if they can't find any, if they can't meet me halfway, then there's no journey for us to go on together at all. Sorry about that. Yeah, I'm not really sorry. I'm just saying.
I don't see you saying sorry. I just see you saying no. Awesome. Thank you. I don't know did you put up your hand? Yeah, go ahead, Leah. Go ahead, Leah.
Yes, this is so great. And I think all the panelists kind of alluded to this. We heard about the gratitude sandwich. How about if we have a no sandwich? And what I mean by that is say like what they did well, like what you like. Wow, I see you're excited about it and you're really passionate about this. But unfortunately, at this time, it just doesn't make sense for me. And then you know what? I wish you well, send them off with blessings and love and all of that. And so when we practice that, I think it empowers us because we can say yes to something. Yes, you're wonderful. Yes, you're my good friend. Yes, I wish you well. But unfortunately, it's just not for me. So hopefully that helps.
I love that. That's I never thought about that. That's awesome. Thank you. That's awesome. So for me, there are different ways of saying no, right? So this group I was telling you about, the Promote Your Business meetup, one of the rules in my group is no profanity, right? I don't always mention that up front. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But if someone says something, right, I let them know that we don't do that in my group. So one day, this guy comes in and he's just saying the F word, like everybody says it. And I'm like, hold on. You can't say that here. And he says, why not? Like, we're all adults. And he's arguing with me about that. So I had to make a decision. Do I let him keep arguing or do I remove him from my group? And I decided to remove him from my group. So I just removed him. Now, some people may think, oh, that's mean, Eric. But if I don't, then I'm giving the opportunity for other people to follow him. And then there's, there's chaos, and people say whatever they want, right? So it's a tough decision to make, but I made it because that's what's best for the group. So that's another way of saying no, right? I removed him, and blocked him, right? So that's the thing. So sometimes you have to do something that's uncomfortable. Like, I'm a nice guy, I prefer not to remove someone, but I will remove you if what you're doing, is hurting the group, right? So that's how I handle that. And those of you that come to my meeting often know that you probably have seen me do it. Because I do now. I have no problem. The first time was hard. It's not hard anymore. It's not hard anymore. So yeah, I will remove you if you're inappropriate, or you're cursing, or you're making other people feel uncomfortable. So yeah. So let's go to our next question. Laverne says, "Have you ever said no to an opportunity that then later regretted it? Do you ever second guess decisions like this?" Oh, that's a great question. That's a great question. And you see, how great it is when people have to think about it before they put up their hand. Because they're all thinking right now. Because I'm thinking too, right? Wow. An opportunity that they later regretted. Andy, go ahead. And then Amber.
It's hard to find one I can say yes to. Really, I'm just being honest. Like I say, when I say no, it's not because it doesn't feel right. And 99% of the time, it will turn out to be not the right thing. That's why we're talking about this topic today. That's the point. Don't be scared to say no. And I know I don't lose that much when I say no. If I did, then I might learn to say more yeses and gamble a bit more. But I think all of us here have learned it. No, we say no for a reason. It's not aligned. Wisdom aligned doesn't work. That's my personal response.
Awesome. Since we're about 10 minutes away, can you tell everybody how they can reach you?
Yes, of course. Please find me on LinkedIn. And I say, I'll share my profile in the comments. So connect with me. I'd love to know what you do. So let's have a chat.
Awesome. Amberly, go ahead.
Great question. Great question. I always keep it real, you guys. So if I am meeting with someone, I don't have regrets because I am so aligned with the things that I'm doing. And, you know, I can already feel God in my tummy. If he's pulling and he said, no, 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 you're not getting into that. Nope, that is not for you, Am. I can already feel that. I've already scanned the situation. If it's something that feels aligned for me, if it doesn't feel aligned, I can already make that decision. So no, I don't have any regrets. I feel 100% confident in what I'm a part of, what I'm doing, and how I am blessing and serving others. Um, so I think again, it all starts in us. What's aligned for us? And the best way to reach me is I am on all the socials. So please feel free to reach out to me on, LinkedIn, all of them. I'm on all of them. You can find me under my name. I would love the opportunity to spend some time with you and learn more about you. Back to you, Eric.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Zion, go ahead.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Eric and Lavin. That was a great question. To be honest with you, I used to be in that place before, where after making the decision of saying no, I go back and start thinking about it again and again and again. I wish, start pondering about it. And at that point, it start making you having regret. What if I've said yes? What if I've agreed? But one thing I've come to learn is loving myself and trusting my decision more has really helped me to stay grounded in not having regrets about what I've said no. You must learn to love yourself. You must learn to trust in your decision. This is very, very important. And that's where discipline comes in. If you trust yourself more, trust your decision more, trust your integrity and the person that you are more, it will help you to stop, pondering on the regrets or missed opportunity. Like I said before, opportunity doesn't come but once. Opportunity is every day. So put yourself in a position where you see every day as an opportunity. And I tell you, it will help you come out from that place of having regrets in saying no. So thank you so much, Mr. Eric. Okay, before I go, for anyone who wants to reach me, you can reach out to me on LinkedIn. I'm always there. Zion Inogeru, Mr. Positive Energy. The only one you can find in out there. So reach out to me. Let's go on a journey of positivity together. All right, over to you, Mr. Eric.
Awesome. You can't mess it up if you find his name. You can't mess it up. It's him. Leah, go ahead.
Yeah, I think this is so great. There's a difference between a hard no, like knowing your core values, and something that is just a no right now. So I think it comes down to learning how to professionally disengage. I run a full schedule, and right now, that's just not a priority for me. Maybe we can circle back next quarter, next month, next year, whatever the case may be. But if we just understand the difference between a hard no and a potential, maybe it's something that in the future would benefit you. But I really don't ever regret no, because I either win or I learn. And that will save you so much time and energy when you can really determine, is this something that is going to be a win-win, or is it something where I am going to have to compromise what I believe in, compromise those values? And easy to get a hold of me. You can see my QR code. Do you love my new background? Shout out to the Hello LLC. They are just shining me up. If you are looking for that stuff, reach out to them. And yeah, so hand it back to you, Mr. Eric.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right. So real quick, to answer your question, I actually have never regretted. I've been thinking about it. Like you know why I don't regret? Because like, Leah said, I win or I learn, when you have an abundance mindset, like Zion, you never regret it. There's so much opportunity out there. You can't tell me that, well, Eric, if you just took advantage of my opportunity, you know how many are there out there? Like, please, there'll be another one, So no, I don't regret. I'm moving forward. I just know I'm moving forward. If you're let's say you're on a stake in a road and you make a left and that didn't work, you still move forward. Now you make a right, you're still moving forward. But if you just stay there and don't do anything, you're not moving forward. So if I make a wrong decision, I can still keep moving forward. So I don't regret it. All right. The best way to reach me is LinkedIn. I'm on all the social media, but Eric F. King on all social media. Not Eric King. Okay, that'll take a wild goose chase. Eric F. King. Okay. That's the best way to reach me. I want to let everybody know the Promote Your Business Meetup. We have a second, let's say, arm to it now. We have the Promote Your Business Inner Circle, where you're actually able to connect on a deeper level. It's not just a call. Okay. For the first 100 people, it's free. Okay. I'm obviously going to charge monthly for, eventually. Right now, it's free. If you want to be a part of it, just go to Promote Your Business Inner Circle. So PYBIC. PYBIC. I just put it in the chat. Promote Your Business Inner Circle. PYBIC. You'll be able to connect with others. You'll be able to create your own profile. You'll be able to network. You'll be able to promote your offers. I do a special training just for the inner circle and a lot of other things, right? So again, if you're interested, just click on the link. And right now, the first 100 people, it's absolutely free. And when I mean free, I mean lifetime free, right? I'm not gonna come, 6 months from now and say, oh, you got paid now. I don't play those games, right? Lifetime free. When you get in, you're never gonna be charged, all right? So just want to throw that out there. And then I think we have 5 minutes. So let's see. Last question here from Cole. Can you give some advice for people who deal with people who don't respect their no's or boundaries or push back when they say no? Amberly's ready with that one. Go ahead, Amberly.
Okay, guys. So we are going to limit our exposure. And it may be that we need to have total separation. I think it depends on the severity of the situation, but I think starting with lessening the exposure is first and foremost, and then see what feels good. Only you know what feels good, what feels aligned, what is going to bring you joy, and what is not. And if it is not, then you have the power to make that choice. Back to you, my friend.
Awesome. Thank you. Go ahead, Leah.
Yeah, when it's somebody like that, for me, I would just really call them out on it. and Amberly was so on point. I would just say, you know what? I feel like you are not respecting my boundaries. And just reflect that back to them. And if it's a good person, they're going to say, you know what? I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to do that. And if they're not, then they're going to say, they're just going to try to keep on pushing. Then, this is just not somebody I don't even want to stay in connection with. And I would also say, if you're having trouble with that, there's an incredible book. I've heard Amberly speak about it before. It is Worthy by Jamie Kern Lima. It's an incredible book. If you're struggling with setting boundaries, you'll really enjoy that. Back to you, Mr. Eric.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Anybody else, real quick? Got like 2 minutes. Anybody? No? Okay. Yeah. So yeah, that is a great question. I tend to agree with Leah. Just let them know. I said no. Like you have to stand your ground at some point, or they will push you around. Right? You got to stand your ground. It may be uncomfortable, but in the long run, you'll be happy you did. You'll be happy you did in the long run. You have to stand your ground. And if it's someone that, is just still trying to keep going, limit your association from them if you can. Limit your association with them, or disassociate from them if you can. Totally disassociate. You don't want to. You don't want to. That hurts your. How can I put it? You have to protect your space. Your mental wellness. You have to protect yourself, right? And if someone is saying something to you that you don't like, or someone makes you feel, if you're on a call with someone and every time you get off that call you feel bad, stop calling them and stop taking their call. Pretty simple. Just if you get off a call and you always feel bad after you get off that call, don't call them. Don't take their call. Yeah, they may figure out that you don't want to talk to them. Good. It's good that they figure that out. Right? So that's what I would say. All right, so we're pretty much at the end of the hour here. So I appreciate everybody. There's some people I did not welcome, so let's see if I can get to them real quick. Sonja, welcome. Good to see you. Appreciate you being here. Asher, good to see you. Paulette, good to see you. Alicia, good to see you. Kenneth, appreciate you. Tamara, good to see you. I think I got everybody. Kenneth. Let's see. Jeannie, welcome. Yeah, we had a lot of people from all over the world. Appreciate you guys. Definitely send this out to more people today so people can see this, because actually more people see it after this hour than during this hour. So you want to send it out to everybody. Let me just go like this so you can see our okay. So again, connect with everybody. You see our faces: Leah Garcia, Zan Onaguru, Annie Osong, Amberly Shreve, and myself, Eric F. King. It has been a plum pleasing pleasure to be here with you today, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.